Okay, so I am streaming, I think. Much louder than before, though. My speaker is really up there. Let's mute that down. Okay. Um, so I think we're on again, maybe. And also, I want to add Finra back. Um,
I hate that,
how the fuck do you add someone to a Skype call in the new fucking interface? That is what I'm typing to him.
I hate that, like, Twitter emphasizes, like, what people put down as their real name. Because, like, I'll see people and I won't realize who they are in other contexts, because I didn't realize, like, Superpower Joe was somebody I was having conversations with. But, like, if his username was bold instead of his actual name, I would have recognized him by now.
Wait, who? What?
Superpower Joe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was having, like, a Twitter conversation with him a while ago, and I didn't realize who it was, because, Twitter mostly shows you what people put down as their name and not
Yeah.
handle.
That is
It kind of
awkward.
annoys me.
Oh, jeez.
Well, no, yeah, same with me too. But I'm just saying, like, in general, that leads to confusion.
Yeah.
It's like Twitter and Facebook like to pretend handles don't exist or aren't part of people's identities, which is totally wrong.
Wait.
To be clear, I'm blaming Twitter, not you.
Let's see. No, I don't want to put the current call on hold. Next to call says add people. I don't believe you. Let's see. I don't know how to do these things. These are hard. Interfaces that suck are hard. Let's see here.
Oh, but man, my least favorite's Facebook, because, like, I'm friends with a whole bunch of people I know from the internet on there, but I have no way to list them by username, so I can never figure out who's who. They're like, no, use your real name so people can know who you are. It's like, no, that's wrong. Not everybody knows each other by their real names.
Okay, anyways, I'm going to see if I can find some video footage to put on here, or at least a funny GIF.
Funny gifs are always good.
Or maybe at least a funny picture. Oh, I do have the... Awesome, I have the Metroid Fluttershy picture. So I can just put that on there. I drew that myself, by the way. Aren't I good art?
You are the art.
Or I can also upload the picture. No, that's too tiny. Oh well.
But yeah, no, also what Super Joe's saying, I hate that. Like, if you have a username, if you have, like, a name of some sort, like a handle, please put that in your Facebook name, so I can actually ID you if I can't figure out who you are. It drives me insane. I wish I could just click a button that says just, like, show people's handles. Like, I would totally hit that.
Wait, let's see. Maybe it bugged out. Hang on. Wait. I'm. Okay, I am so confused right now on Skype. Sorry. Like I said, I'm bad with. I am bad with. Yeah. What do you think of My Little Ponies, and why do you think it's popular?
I don't know. It's kind of insane. I don't know. I have a number of friends that are, like, hardcore bronies, but I don't know. I think the show's cute. I've watched it because of them, but I don't understand, like, willingly watching it to any, like, real, like, degree. Like, it's not like Avatar: The Last Airbender, where it's like, oh, this is a legitimately really good kids show.
Well,
It's like...
I think it... Why is... Oh my god, does this actually have transparency? It's awesome. Not the,
Oh, an XSplit? That sounds cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, like... I don't know. Like, I don't blame anybody for liking it, but I find it weird. But, I like... Or like Adventure Time. Adventure Time's cool no matter what.
Um,
Like I don't know. Like there's a difference between like a really good show that happens to be a kids show and a kids show that's really good. Like if I had a kid, I would watch My Little Pony with them. But I'll watch something like Avatar or Adventure Time on my own.
hmm.
But I don't know. That's not a judgment statement. That's just my own personal take on it.
Oh, I see. Defending yourself behind
I
yourself
know
with an
too many
opinion.
bronies to wanna.
Oh, I have another pony picture. Not from me though. It's from VG Cats, so it's very tasteful. Um, let's see. He actually deleted it because he thought it sucked.
All right, King Hippo, I'm coming for you.
Um. Okay. Anyway, that's a stupid picture, so I'm going to get away with it.
Who puts band-aids over their belly button? Seems like a fetish thing.
Well, um, Rule 34, I guess. Um, and by the way, Finra, if you can hear me on stream, try calling the group. Like, because I'm on the group call panel, and it's not showing up. And that's really weird. Okay, I see group call. And this is so weird. Okay. There's only literally Kayin on the call, and that's so uh um wait. Okay, so I hear you calling, but then I think I canceled out Kayin. What the hell? No, hang on. I don't want to put.
Next time I call, should be like a little plus button next to my name.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna close you then. So hang on. Uh, how do I resume a call? Uh, call resume. Hello again.
Oh,
I apparently I do not know how to add. Okay, I see a plus button. Add people to this call. God, that was.
Holy crap, there we go.
Okay, so there is a little plus button right next to the microphone, and I honestly did not see that for the longest time. But it doesn't say anything. It's a stupid plus button. And the fuck are you supposed to realize about that? I hate Skype.
like I said, Skype's never gotten better.
Oh, and Ken, what do you use for pixel art? If you
Photoshop.
Photoshop.
I totally bring way too much power to bear on the pixel art problem.
I'm just going to go back to updating this as streaming stuff because My Little Pony
Yeah,
pictures are
fucking
stuff.
Bolt. Oh, I wish I recorded this room. That was really good.
Oh, well, you know how it is. You do your best, record stuff you want to record offline, of course.
Photoshop for pixels? No, Photoshop for pixels, man. Just turn on nearest neighbor mode, and it's really good. You really are a masochist. No, it really works out really well. Like,
I'm always find it weird that people call playing hard games masochistic. I don't know. I can
I don't know,
understand.
I play Dark Souls as a sadist.
To inflict pain
I
on other
introduce
people.
them to non-consensual multiplayer.
Guro
No,
souls.
it really is though. It's interesting. That's like the only thing I can think of like that besides maybe MMO.
The only other game where I can think of where it encourages such active dicking over is Eve Online, but that gameplay is boring as hell in that. And your volume is really low, so I will.
Really, really low.
Let's turn you up again. No, I can hear you fine on my end. It's just.
Weird.
Oh, I know why. It's. All of a sudden? Hmm.
But yeah, people think Photoshop for pixel art's like overkill, but Like, all the tools are there.
Okay, so my...
What would you use, Joe? Like graphic scale or something?
Hang on. I turned up the volume really high, and Kayin is still quiet. Damn you, Skype. I'm blaming Skype on this one. Possibly XSplit.
I'm using MS Paint or graphic scale.
Let's see. Damn.
No, Photoshop is kind of bulky, but I use Photoshop a lot for a lot of. Okay, here's the thing. I use my tablet for pixel art sometimes. Talk about overkill.
Okay, so Kayin's really quiet.
It's really good for like buffing out figures or like doing like really nice like dithering effects really quick.
I think the best I can do is just make myself really quiet, and then maybe we're at equal volume.
Oh yeah, way zoomed in. Yeah, like really, like full size picture zoomed in.
Hmm.
Yeah, I find I can work a lot quicker with that. Like I do all my details with a mouse, but I'll get like basic shape out with the tablet real quick, way quick, and it's good for like background tiles. No, I don't free sketch it. No, I did like one animation once that I free sketched it out and then pixeled it, but generally I just and they say I sound the same. Great, awesome.
God damn. That's the problem with Windows 7.
Oh no, I don't work 4X. I don't work. I did that in the original I Want to Be the Guy, and I've always regretted it. Like, because it's so hard to keep all the subpixels consistent. No, I just zoom in really close.
Okay, I'm going to go find my better headphones so I don't have something directly plugged into the audio jack so I don't deafen myself when I fix this.
Alright.
Hang on for one moment, and it also gives me an excuse to get a soda.
Excellent. But yeah, Photoshop's great too because I like to easily pay attention to like animations I'm doing and stuff. I like getting all my animations working in Photoshop and then importing them. You know, I want to be able to see it to make sure it looks good. I mean, I'm sure you can do that in like graphic scale and stuff too, but I'm really used to. What is my real resolution? I whatever the actual pixel size is. Let me see. I forget exactly what Brave Earth is because it's kind of hard because you can't do just the NES display resolution because a lot of those pixels don't show up, so it's not really worthwhile. But let me find exactly what I run Brave Earth at. But I run it at double. It's 2x by default, and it's let's see, what's the exact pixel size? It is 272 by 228, which is roughly the average amount of pixels you see on an actual NES when you play it on a TV. Because you don't see all those bottom pixels generally. Oh, when I scale it, and this kind of bothers me, but like when it's scaled to 2x, it does show subpixeling. So, I mean, if that's what you're asking, like, you can, like, be in a sub-pixel position. I'm leaning, like, my gut reaction is to try and remove that, but it's too much of a pain in the ass, and, since I'm not writing my own graphics engine. But, I think it's better, because I think it's like, who's gonna notice sub-pixeling? But, you know, nobody's really gonna notice if you're sub-pixeling unless they take a screenshot and zoom in. And it makes everything look smoother when it moves, so, you know. Probably not going to bother changing that. Because, I mean, you're still moving across the screen at the same amount of speed, so.
Still trying to find this damn set of headphones that I had. I think I found them. Are you there?
I'm gonna take a moment to grab a soda as well.
Are you? Yes, you are.
Well, aren't they? They are. I mean, they're definitely anime style. Not like in. Like, I think the portraits are a little bit less anime-ish. But like the full like this full-on face shots. I think are pretty anime-ish. And if you look at the character profiles on my blog, they're definitely. I mean, they're kind of Amera anime-ish. Yeah, okay, yeah, they're Americanized. They're weeboo. You're what?
Okay.
Well, like I don't care. I like the anime like style.
So I'm going to turn. Okay, I'm not sure how this is going to affect stream because I very much.
Oh, I'm back to being loud now.
Are you very loud or just? Okay, cool. All I have
Naomi
to do.
reminds me of Casca. Yes, I think that's actually a pretty. Except Casca never had boob armor, so.
Super, I don't have to change anything now. Awesome.
Oh man, the boob armor is something that I've always started to like I keep going back and forth on. Like, I can't bear to change it though because I'm so used to seeing her that way. But it's kind of like, it just makes you feel so cheesy.
Let's see. So.
Oh no, I know it's my game, but like even if you do something where yeah, this is hard to explain because I get this all the time from my friend who's like a musician. When I talk about like compromising, he thinks I'm like totally like just like 180ing on things and doing stuff against my will. But I have to like really try and consider like I don't want to be indulgent. I think that's where you can betray yourself as an artist. Is by being too indulgent. It's like I was talking about, like the Guro stuff. Like if I made the game have a lot of Guro stuff, that would be that would appeal to me. But I don't think it would make the game better. I think it would actually kind of sabotage the game. Yeah, yeah. There's always overkill. So the boob armor is one of those things where I'm kind of like, because it's on the line of being overkill. I mean, I mostly think it's fine, but. And you know, I already have another female character in the game who I think fits the needs of having a generally non-sexualized character. Definitely not Sinlin, but you know, there's representation in there. But I just find that she's sexualized because she's definitely powerful, not being necessarily stupid empowered. Like some people want to make female characters, like she's not the sassy, flaunty, empowered type, but you know she wears her armor, whatever.
I want to see if this works. Here we go.
Making a lot of fucking bone boobs. Yeah, actually, one thing I did want to, one thing I make an argument with a lot of people is, a lot of Roman armor has like chiseled chest like muscles to look cool. So I don't see any reason why not to do it with Naomi, especially with Naomi. Like, it's not like this perfectly formed breast cup. They're like it's like this big angular thing. Like if I was to change your armor to be less, to get rid of the boot plate thing, I would give her that type of cuirass that comes out flat and then curves in towards the body. Let me see if I can find a picture, which would still have that big like chest area, but it just wouldn't be shaped the same way.
Kind of
like the Varia suit.
Like what? Yeah, like kind of like the Varia suit, like where it's not like it's almost kind of like that right now, only a slightly more booby than the Varia suit, as opposed to having those. Oh, the worst thing is when I did like sprite animation for higher res stuff, I would have boob bounce in armor. And I really had to stop myself from doing that. It was terrible. And that was the example of the thing where it was appealing to me, but it's definitely artistically compromising. So I had to be like, all right, I gotta not do that, or else I'm just sort of like shooting myself in the foot.
So, should I play a game or something right now? Or should we just keep talking? I'm happy with talking.
Ah, right, but Naomi doesn't really have a cleavage setup.
So, yeah. So, is it me or is your most popular questions again going back to boobs?
I love talking boobs.
Boobs. Is that
Oh yeah, what Liam said.
is that boob spelled with a BOOBS or BEWB?
Oh, I always spell it right. I hate those cute spellings of words like that. I mean, they're okay occasionally, but I know some people who like use them like all the time, and it drives me crazy.
What about Oh, that reminds me. Dubstep. What the fuck?
I do not like any techno, which is funny as somebody who doesn't like chiptune.
Well, I wouldn't call dubstep techno. Well,
It's in the electronica, like whatever, like
whatever it is. Well, yeah, but it just seems worse than what came before it.
I'm not like I don't have any opinion on that.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't like bassy music. I like very melodic music. So like electronica stuff really appeals to me. I mean, there's a few songs here and there that do have like strong melodies that I like. That's why I don't like most modern chiptune music either, because the natural thing is to treat it like techno, which is something I don't like. Like I like it when it's like I don't know. I like really cheesy melodies. I'm really faggy like that.
Well, hey. I don't know why I brought that. Oh yeah, because it drives me crazy, and that, yeah.
Yeah, and I was actually having a conversation about this the other day. Like, people are like, what do you listen to while playing video games? I'm like, the video game soundtrack that I'm playing? Like, it's like, no, well, when you're playing something like multiplayer, I'm like, I listen to nothing. Cause else I get distracted. Because I'm a very active music listener. I generally don't listen to music and do stuff, because I focus too much on the music.
Right.
What do you listen to while making games? I listen to podcasts.
Oh, way to avoid the question.
No, it's true. I listen to podcasts. Occasionally I'll try listening to music, and then I'll be like, I'll get too into the music and I'll stop working, and that won't work.
Right. That's a good point.
Occasionally I'll listen to the music I plan to use for the stage, or music of similar atmosphere to the, like working on I Want to Be the Guy Guide, and I was listening to some Bionic Commando stuff, because it was very appropriate. But generally, yeah, I get distracted by music really easily, so.
So let's see. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Bright and early. How many random things have we talked about so far?
A number.
A number, yeah. Just a few things.
Oh, like 5, I don't know.
Yeah. Couldn't be more than that.
Playing or making games? Definitely making. I am really bad about playing games. To a flaw, to a fault. You know, it's said that like to write a good book, you should read lots of books, and that should also apply to games. But I don't know. Of late, it's like it's hard for me to get excited about stuff.
I don't know.
I still enjoy playing them, but
I hear a lot of people say, as far as playing games go and learning from it, you should also take your experiences from elsewhere and apply them to games, because there's a double-edged sword of if you play too many games, you're going to be not seeing.
Oh yeah, you get caught in game tropes. No,
Yeah.
that is true too.
I hear a lot of people saying that that's a quality that you want to actually live out. Like, good example is Cliff Bleszinski. He doesn't just play games all the time or anything. He also goes like skydiving and stuff. And he thought of Gears of War because of paintball. And
Oh, that makes sense. No, like for me, like I like listening to interviews with like any type of content creator. Like even if it's like directors and stuff, I want to hear about it, like how creative people think. And to answer Super Power Joe, not really actually. Like if I sit down and play a game, I'm in the game. Like I don't get distracted and wander off. Like I can play good long sessions in games. But when I'm sitting there deciding what I'm going to do with my free time, I almost always lean towards doing something creative. Whether it be art, or working on a game, or writing fluff in my nerdy wiki, or whatever. Okay, it's Joe. I'm sorry, I have to remind you that you have superpower.
um, hmm. Oh, is today really the 1st of June? Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. I totally didn't pick up on that. And I'm totally contributing to interesting dialogue. Um, well, let's see.
Did you want to touch base on any future projects or anything?
Oh, I'm like, yeah, between like Brave Earth and I Want to Be the Guy, I'm locked down for a while. The only thing I talk about occasionally is I keep thinking about wanting to make a versus shmup, but
Oh, that would be
I
cool.
still haven't solidified how that would work. It's like one of the things where it's like I kind of have an idea what I want to do, but I haven't been able to like make the pieces work in a way that's fun yet.
That sounds like it would be an asymmetrical situation.
Oh yeah, no, because I want to make an asymmetrical competitive game.
Fuck that. You gave me a hard on right there.
I love those types of games. So, but I don't want to make a fighting game because that's so much. There's so much work involved in that. But a shmup, you know, especially working in like 3D and Unity, that's manageable. That's a reasonable sprite load.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I could handle. And if I do 3D, like doing spaceships and stuff, is something I know I can do. I can do hard edge modeling pretty good. I can't really do anything organic, but I know the basics of making hard edged stuff. So,
Right.
no, I haven't played Wartech. I've watched a lot of videos of it. I don't want to go that route because Wartech's like I think Wartech's really cool, but I don't want that thing where you're flying around each other and like almost dogfighting. But I also don't want to be like Chip Twinkle Star Sprite when you're not on the same screen. My initial idea, though, I don't think it has enough design space, was something like two-player like Tempest, where you either fight things in the dish that are coming up at you, or you're attacking the other player, and you have to kind of manage both. Right now, I'm thinking of a situation where you're both parallel to each other, like on two opposite ends of the screen, and you're shooting across at each other, and whatever is coming in at the middle. So you're trying to either both hit your opponent and combo points to level up your weapons. So you have, you would have a conflict between scoring and attacking your opponent, and you want to attack your opponent to disrupt his chains and blah 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 blah. But I don't know quite like there's like a detail in that missing to make it like cohesively work and have emergent gameplay that I haven't quite figured out. But that's an idea I'm kicking around a lot. Like, hopefully by the time I'm done with like these two projects, that will be the next thing I work on. Because that should be another relatively short project, but I don't know.
But there's a certain law that disagrees with you there.
Was that?
There's a certain law that will probably disagree with you
Oh
there.
yeah. Because even Prologue has taken way longer than I expected. But whatever.
Whatever.
Oh, I messed around with Unity a bit. I mean, I did that thing where I have the RPG globe stretched around actual planets. I just did that to kind of get used to the scripting. I know how to script though, like even just from Second Life.
How is how is Unity like?
For me, it's hard, but it's good. I think it's my next step. But it seems like good. It's well regarded, and
I like Rackener's line.
Superpowered Joe. I mostly work on. I try and like dedicate myself to stuff for a set amount of time. Like I can't wiggle back and forth too much. Like I'm gonna finish the I Want to Be the Guy guidance stuff for Evo, and then I'm just gonna go back to Brave Earth, and I'm just gonna do nothing but that. If I have a really quick prototype idea about the shmup, I might mock it up real quick and test it out. But generally speaking, I try and stick to things within reason. Because obviously I'm working on two projects at once, but I don't think I'm going to release any more I Want to Be the Guy content until Prologue's done. I'm just going to do this one short release, and then maybe when Prologue's done, I'll sign that off by doing another set of levels. Unless I release Gaiden and I make lots of ad money, and then I have a reason to be a whore. Because honestly, I would do that then if I like had a big spike in revenue.
And that's where Naomi's strap-on comes in.
Oh man, I got to do like a prologue level in I Want to Be the Guy. Just totally like copy a level into it.
Oh man. What? Although, I'm just trying to visualize. So, just take a area. Well, wouldn't you have to make Brave Earth prologue out though first for people to get the reference?
It wouldn't necessarily matter. It would just be kind of because most of my fans will know what I'm working on. So it was kind of weird because their first experience with the level would be in an I Want to Be the Guy context, and that would thusly be kind of like a reverse confusing funny stuff. I want to be the strap-on. Yo, I look, hey, I look at a lot of porn and I think the same thing. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say.
What? It would be much better with the strap-on?
No, sometimes I look at some lesbian porn and I'm like, man, I want to be the strap-on.
That is a good way of putting it. Oh, I get it. An inside joke? No, wait, no. But,
Yeah, that was more like a buzzer joke.
yeah, that really was. I'd hate to end this because I just get this. I get the tingling sensation that the conversation may be winding down. I don't know. We need more.
I'll just say, like, whoever in chat still has anything they want me to answer, get it out now.
Yes.
Do not live with regrets.
Make Kayin answers questions.
Yeah, I'm in no rush, but you know. But if we're out, we're out. You know. Favorite strap-on color.
Fenrir, why don't you answer this first?
I don't know. I just like that glossy black. It almost looks like an Apple product.
Eye strap.
Yeah, exactly. Also now in glossy white. Like, wow. Yeah, black goes with everything, you know.
Once you go black, you
And
can't
it makes
go
it
back.
look intimidating.
As long as you have a top hat, it'll work.
Ribbed or straight?
Studded.
Studded? Okay.
Like torture device studded or
Ambiguously.
okay.
Like not so studded where it's like, oh my god, no, don't. But it's like where it's like, oh, I don't know. Ooh. Spikes, obviously. Well, if we're talking about the I want to be the dildo. Yeah, it would have to have spikes.
New Super Mario Brothers Wii already beat you to that.
Oh yeah, I thought that when I was playing it.
And so did everybody else.
Yeah, I guess, like, and that's funny too, because I said that to my friends, and they're like, oh, Mike, you're such a pervert. But apparently, no, I have now been validated.
No,
not that I'm not a huge pervert.
The freelance astronauts played through Super Mario Brothers Wii, which was the best thing ever because they're all dicks to each other in real life, so that carried over to the game, and they kept throwing shells at each other and trying to kill each other off while trying to beat the level.
Oh man, my friend was doing that to us, and like we were playing 4 people. I got really annoyed, so I started toadstool jumping on his head every time he jumped over a pit.
That's what happens. And it grew, but it was very well paced evilness. Like one guy would wait for a while to before like grabbing a guy and throwing him into lava or something, and say, "I never forget." But all that aside, the point is they could not get over the fact that how dildo-y those things were. So, yeah, spiked. Dildo Palace. So we got that answer out of the question out of the way, I think. Or in the way. Oh yeah, the corkscrew penis.
Ducks are the bionic commando of rape.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That is seriously why they're like that. It's terrifying.
Oh no, the crazy part is that that apparently a duck vagina is like the wrong way for the duck corkscrew penis.
Oh,
Like it winds in a different direction.
Sounds very painful. I don't know why you know so much about the anatomy of ducks, but it sounds very painful.
The discussion of ducks corkscrew penises came up at one point, and and somebody said, "Oh yeah, they have a corkscrew penis," and it's like, yeah, the penis runs clockwise, the vagina runs counterclockwise. So
yeah, it's great, and it really is. It's an evolutionary rape race. Like, female duck vaginas became more complicated when tensed in an attempt for them to be able to better select their mates. But then male duck penises became super hellish demon weapons to try and combat this. As
So
like one of my
ducks are
favorite,
just easy targets.
it's one of my favorite like gross out topics. It's either duck penises or uses for urine.
well, there you go.
I'm sure there are many uses for urine.
It's amazing. That's where we get the first white fabrics were made with urine. It's a bleaching agent.
Hilariously, I'm wearing a white T-shirt right now, and I feel very uncomfortable in it.
In Rome, they would ferment urine and use it as a mopping agent for cleaning floors. And then there's the obvious one everyone knows, where people would whiten their teeth by gargling urine.
I did not know that.
Oh, you did not know that? The problem with that is, though, it would kill the enamel on your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So while it did whiten your teeth, it also murdered them. But yeah, it's like because it has pneumonia in it.
Yeah.
During the Civil War, they would collect urine from the troops to make saltpeter to make gunpowder.
That's pretty useful.
Yeah.
And then somebody could, when they shot a cannon, say the cheesy one-liner, "Piss on this."
But that's true. Yeah, that's really what they did because it's a really useful fluid. Not so much anymore, but back then it's like, oh man, it's pneumonia, it's ammonia and salt and all this other stuff. It's naturally caustic, which makes it a good cleaning agent. But it does not actually deal with jellyfish stings. That is an urban legend.
But it would still be a fun trick to play on somebody.
It's like, it doesn't feel better at all. It's like, no, I'm just into water sports.
So, yeah, I'm just pissing on you for no reason. You're a dick.
I hate you.
I just wanted to piss you off. Oh, 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 but I'm tish.
Wah, wah.
So how about them JRPGs? What about
I can't
them?
take them anymore. I can't. They used to be my favorite genre. But,
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, when I was like in high school, I'm like, I love my Final Fantasies. And I'm just like, I can't. Where's the gameplay?
Yeah.
I hate everything. I'm a cranky old man.
What
Yeah, I stopped playing at 10-2.
when I was looking at the JRPG, I realized I thought to myself, boy, it'd be sure nice if somebody took all those gamey parts that they kind of have in those JRPGs and then maybe made a game out of some of that stuff that was there. Take out that stuff around it. You can put that in a movie or something for the anime fans. And
I don't even mind a lot of talking. Like, I'm okay with really I really get into plots and settings. I really like that stuff a lot. But I mean, as long as it's within reason. But to go from like there has to be some pacing with that. So in a normal action game, I'm okay playing Metal Gear where I watch really long cutscenes, and then I get to some real gameplay. But when I play a JRPG, it's okay, a lot of dialogue. All right, let me menu jockey. Wow.
I will say, I really think there is potential for making menu jockeying a game. Like, I think you could pull it. I think it's pull-offable.
Right, they're called sports managers.
Wait, what? Is there a game like that?
Yeah, there's games where you manage.
That's right. There is.
So, yeah, like Football Manager 2012.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
you don't even play football. You just manage your team.
Well, I mean, like there is Well, I mean, board games and card games are great resources for just thinking about how you can take a very numbered-based system and make it entertaining.
Oh yeah. Okay, no, you're right. You like making something that's just a menu jockeying is pretty. Actually, I would say it's relatively easy. As far as designing any sort of system like that goes. It happens all the time. But to make something like a battle system good is hard because it's something that needs to be iterated upon constantly, unless you're going to cut down on the amount of battles, which can work because then you can have something like Final Fantasy Tactics where it has really involved battles, but you only have a relatively small handful of them at a given time. But
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that there is potential in the JRPG gameplay mechanics. It's just that they're so tied into this framework of sweeping story arcs and stuff that...
Well, you can play Etran's Odyssey.
I do have that lying around, but...
well, isn't that what you're asking for? Don't be wishy-washy.
No. Well, even that has the framework of this grindy dungeon crawl part, and I just want kind of the fighting part. Give me like why doesn't Entry and Odyssey take like these, reduce the number of encounters? Don't even bother making a randomized encounter. Make like a Super Mario World stage where like each world is a really hard battle that you have to face, and it's kind of like a scenario that you have to think about and have a tactical thought into it.
I don't know if there's enough design space within the average RPG character's toolkit. Like, I don't know. I don't think I've made an interesting decision in a JRPG since I was 15.
Well,
and that's back when like cast ice on fire thing. Whoa.
Well, yeah, I'll admit that you need to kind of work around the beyond what's considered acceptable for a JRPG, but I think if you expanded on it just a little bit, added something to it, and maybe you can make a good turn-based kind of RPG battle-like system and make a game out of that.
Final Fantasy Tactics.
Like I think it'd be interesting to see if you could make have you heard of the Demi-Fiend bonus boss fight in Digital Devil Saga? And how that's like
no, but I know most Mega 10 games probably would force me to make decent strategic decisions. I know they're really hard.
Right. I think and I played the Mega 10 games, and I played Nocturne, and that game does have still has the tropes of you still wander through a world and you still have to grind monsters and stuff. What if you kind of took the level 99 ultra secret boss encounter and made game based on all of those? I don't know. That's kind of something I want. That's kind of something I'm thinking about, and like, what could you do with not even the RPG itself, but just the battle mechanic? What can you do with the battle mechanic to make it interesting?
I think it's a problem because even in Mega 10 games, from what I can guess, it's not so much that every battle is requires strategic thought of any meaningful type. It's that each game is its own optimization puzzle more so than any other genre. So even though you find out your bread and butter strategy and mostly stick to it after a certain point with some minor details based on the encounter, they stay fresh because there's just enough crush to the system that the optimization puzzle lasts longer. Like, I don't know if I'm right about this, but this is just my impression. And I think it's like having it be an optimization puzzle makes it really hard to make it interesting in the long term.
Well, what about making like a sequence of like smaller vignettes of RPGs, but like add a sequence to them, like I don't know, like
what would be your example of an interesting decision that you can make in a JRPG?
Okay.
That you would want to make. You got to start there and then work out.
All right. Like the actual battle, like of a really hard JRPG boss fight. I like a Megaten hard boss fight, where you don't know, where you're kind of you're given a bunch of like information on how maybe the boss will work, and you're kind of given a puzzle, and you got to kind of break it down to give an optimal strategy and figure out what plan of attack you're going to do. That would be interesting. The stuff around it's maybe not so interesting. So why don't you? So maybe it would be good to make a game where you make a like an optimization puzzle could actually be just interesting if you cut it into like bite-sized chunks. Like have a how Half Minute Hero is like half a minute.
Okay, I get where you're getting at now. Yeah, okay, maybe.
And then take it to a level of instead maybe of running around overworld part, which Half Minute Hero focuses on, from what I can see, take the turn-based stuff and make it kind of like a little optimization. Make it like where's my? I'm being dealt this kind of hand of cards in a sense, like I'm given a puzzle to figure out on this boss fight, and or something, or like maybe I have a very tight gauntlet of encounters or something, and have like a very small condensed experience of battles that you might have that you can work around, and cut out all the fluff around that. Cut out even to the point of making like even individual turns not maybe have an auto battle kind of gambit system that Final Fantasy XII did, except maybe turn-based, and say, okay, I'm going to optimize this little strategy and see if it works and try to plow through it or and solve it. I don't know. I just think it would be such a fantastic thing to have kind of an interesting have a RPG battle system game for the sake of the battle system, of like a menu that people have always looked on as a menu jockeying mindless spore fest.
I guess the only thing I think my only issue with that is if you look at like all the games that are menu jockey games, how complicated all their like resources and like mechanics are, and then compare that to any JRPG, and it's like this is really hard to like keep it like not even just keep it that simple, but keep it like within the same order of magnitude of simplicity. So I don't know, like I think you might be onto something where that could work, but I don't know. I would still have like concerns about that, just because it's like, can you really make this interesting? But at the same time, I'm not the person to like, I'm kind of dead to JRPGs, so it's hard for me to imagine that even being fun. While I know many other people who are still enjoy the comfort food elements of JRPGs and would probably appreciate a game like that. So,
I think, well, one example I can point out, like an actual concrete thing that could lead towards kind of an RPG system being interesting just because of gameplay, is not a video game. It is a board game called Mage Knight board game.
Okay, but that makes it automatically like Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh.
Not necessarily, because it's not a spatial board, because the combat's not a spatial encounter.
I thought it was.
Mage Knight is a tactical minigame. What the hell? Did something disconnect? Shit.
Hmm?
Oh, Skype is yelling at me, saying there's a problem with this call.
Oh, Fenra dropped.
Okay. I'm sorry, Fenra. No. Anyways, okay. There's a board game that came out last year called Mage Knight, and
Okay.
it is a so it has. It's basically this guy was inspired by kind of the RPG structure of games, of like kind of a JRPG structure of games, and you have this overworld map. Let me see if I can make a picture of this. Um, and you have this overworld map, and I think a big driving factor to make stuff like this interesting is kind of procedural generation. Not like randomized die rolls or anything, but like procedurally generate some of the content. And but I won't talk about that in detail because that's kind of a detail that kind of is a tangent. But what he did is the combat in the game actually has no die rolling or luck determination in it. It simply is a cards-driven system of trying to figure out what the how to deal your hand that you're drawing each turn, but you're never rolling dice or drawing a card from blind as to how you play your hand.
That sounds cool.
And let me see if I can find a good image of what it looks like. It looks like the board game itself looks like you're wandering an overworld map, and it actually is like it's like a 6 hour. Well, okay, sometimes that long, but it's like a few-hour campaign. It's like playing almost like Civilization, except instead of building an empire, you're building an RPG character. And it kind of like that kind of short session, it's like a camp, but you're doing stuff. Yeah. And I've tried Munchkin, and please don't make me talk about Munchkin.
Yeah, I have people complain all the time that Munchkin's like just random.
Let's see. What is this?
I don't know. I don't play a lot of board games. I'm too ADD.
I mean, I know, but I don't talk about board games too much. I didn't want to talk about the board games too much here because it's not.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's still relevant. I know a lot about board game design just from talking to a lot of designers, but I'm just bad. I just can't sit down and actually play them myself. I get really bored, even if they're interesting. Like I just. I'll play them once and I'll never play it again. I'll be like, "Oh, that was cool. I'm done."
Well, yeah. I mean, it's yeah. And and that's totally understandable. I mean, it's a kind of it's a very slow paced process a lot of the time. Here, I'm going to put an image on I'm going to put an image on the screen that
Oh, I don't even know where I have that. Oh, here we go. No, that's not it. Do I even have the stream still open?
I'm sorry to talk bad about Munchkin. I'm kind of an elitist snob when it comes to board games, but
I played one of the original Haunted Hill games. It was pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. It's not even that like I get bored because I can't fuck people over. It's just I'm not patient.
That's why I keep saying you should really try to if you ever get a chance.
Cool, the space, whatever that space game is.
Space Alert. Yeah, that is cooperative though, and I was like thinking.
I don't mind if it's cooperative. It's like. Yes, or just.
Then you might actually think Space Alert's fun because it is it takes advantage of timed situations and stuff like that. Let's see if I can. Okay.
If I play like anything turn-based, I get distracted. I just go on my laptop and then I lose track of the game state.
So this is a picture of what the Mage Knight game looks like. Oh, and by the way, it's crazy complex, but for a board game. But it's so I mention it because it does have an interesting combat mechanic that's not based off of it uses it uses RPG tropes in not really a story-based and story-driven content to make it, but more in gameplay content. And I think there is potential, and it kind of really reinforced the idea to me that there is potential in the kind of a JRPG mechanic, not what is.
Well, it's way easier to work on stuff like that than if you do have if you have an example of something like that. So
yeah, and I mean it's not and it definitely is not not exactly what I'm talking about, but it has similar traits to what I think could be done. Yeah. So yeah, the JRPG is I think it has a lot of flaws, but I don't think it's inherently flawed. Well, kind of it is. I don't know. I think you could take some of its components and make them interesting, but I think it's a mishmash of a lot of different things that by themselves should be their own things sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that does sound interesting. I mean, like I said, I'm not quite the person to quite follow that, because I'm just so dead to that sort of thing. But it still does sound. You've convinced me more that it's possible, definitely.
Well, yeah, I'm glad for that. I just wanted to. It's actually that's I don't know if you I randomly sometimes mention, oh yeah, I'm coding this thing. I am trying to design a system for that, and it has, and as much as RPGs kind of are terrible sometimes, my God, whoever said coding for an RPG is probably one of the hardest things you can do, they're kind of right about that.
Yeah, I would believe that.
Then again, if I could, then again, the thing I'm working on is not using any standard RPG stuff like world maps and things. It's just I'm trying to make an interesting battle system, or prototyping it. Meaning, I'm very unconvinced I could rely on a engine that's like an RPG Maker engine too much, because I'm not sure I could work inside the boundaries of just all the RPG mechanics that they want to use. I don't know. And yeah, turn-based. One thing is definitely procedural generation is going to have to be part of it at some point. Either that or have a lot of different genres. Like yeah, yeah, I don't know. I'm just really lazy about that stuff. I'm so lazy I'm using Python, and which is
hey, whatever gets the job done.
Yeah. And by the way, for anybody who is into coding and stuff, I apologize for using Python. I'm sorry. I'll stop now. Maybe.
I'll stop now. Only I won't.
Yeah. Let me see. But Python is hilariously lenient in its coding. It's
yeah, like I said, rapid prototype shit.
Yeah, that's the best part about it. You can just go yay. Yeah, I'm just trying to find something to make something quick and dirty and see how it works. I don't even, because yeah, even with all the saying, oh, it could work, I definitely want to see about that. Then again, I kind of want to. That makes me wonder, what is competitive Pokemon like?
Very. It's weighted rock paper scissors. So it's a game about Yomi. It would not translate well into a single player game.
That's interesting.
Because you can't have interesting guesses against a computer.
No. Yeah. Let's see. What was it?
Oh, by the way, I'm popping in and out because there's a storm
There
near
is.
my house, and it's messing with my internet.
Not awesome.
Not awesome at all. What? storm. Why you got to not be awesome?
Yeah, no kidding. Honestly, I think I'm gonna get off because it's just I'm popping in and out, unfortunately.
All right.
It's been a pleasure. Um, I highly appreciate you letting me be on. It's really fun.
No, it was
I
cool,
enjoyed
man.
it.
Man, I wish you spoke up more.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're talking about stuff that's a little over my head because I'm not really looked into coding a lot or like the making of games, but it's very interesting to listen to.
Glad you enjoyed it then.
Well, have a good night and or morning, I guess.
Yeah, pretty
and,
much.
Weather out that storm. And thanks for thanks for joining. And I'll see you on Diablo 3 at some point later.
All right, man. Well, Kayin, good luck with the games. I can't
Thanks,
wait for them
boss.
to come out. And I can't wait to try to play the. I want to be the guy until like my eyes bleed.
Good luck with it, man.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Alrighty. So, um, let's see. Any particular? So I think we might. I think I might just.
What background do you have in math? D's.
Oh, math is.
Well, why not? Why not use modulus? Do you have a better solution? You probably do. There probably are better solutions. than
Why
using
can't you use a module in that Zelda scroll?
No, I was talking about modulus. Yeah. See, that's why Rector's like, what? But yeah, I figured it out because I use modulus to find screen positions and stuff. I don't know. I haven't think of Currently, I'm using a totally different system where I actually put down an object that defines the region of a given area for scrolling. But before there, I used modulus for a lot of stuff. I use modulus for like formatting time and stuff. Like I don't know, I'm not a real programmer, but I imagine modulus is like really common. It's like one of those math operations that's mostly good for doing things that people can do intuitively with numbers.
Wait, is this like modulo? Like
Modulo, getting the
getting the remainder?
Yeah, getting remainders.
Oh. I'm just going to type out the symbol in chat on what that is in programming. It's a percentage sign, isn't it?
Yes, it's a percentage sign.
Yeah.
But no, you say that like, oh, you never had a chance to apply it, but then when you're trying to like, okay, I'm gonna format time, like, okay, so then I'll just take this value, divide it by 60, and then take the remainder and do this, and then you're like, oh wait, that's actually kind of hard to do with that declaring a variable and blah 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 blah. Or then you just realize, oh, I could just use this modulus thing. It allows me to do the common sense thing that I would do in my own brain. Yeah, that's how I see it, at least. I don't know, that might sound stupid, but
Well, I'll let other people decide if it's stupid or not. I'm too tired to judge intelligence right now.
I'm too tired to judge your math retardation. I was not very good at math at all. I only started to get decent at math, and I'm still pretty embarrassing good at it.
Math.
Math. I only got decent at it because of working on projects.
I don't know. Math is weird because I think there's some different subtypes that require different mental skill sets, I think. Like statistical math is very much a different kind of mental hurdle than conceptually difficult stuff like I don't know, Taylor series or something, or just derivations and stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty decent with like statistical math. Like I can never remember how to do anything, but it's like I look it up. I know like, oh, okay, I remember this. Like whatever. But anything else, even like physics or anything, I get like confused. I mean, I can do it. I mean, it's just going. It's just formulas. You don't have to deeply understand it, but.
Oh man, it's funny. I remember somebody mentioning apparently, like learning physics formulas are like a bitch and a half unless you are like without knowing the calculus behind it. Because with calculus, all the formulas relate to each other in a very simple way. Like you can turn one formula into the next.
Yeah, there's a lot of math that gets simple once you understand the context.
Yeah.
And yeah, like what Rex's saying is definitely true. Like I have a hard time with physics because I'm really bad at implementing things like the time function and stuff.
Hmm.
You know, like the only time I use physics is for the Bionic Commando pendulum swing, which is like the pendulum swing's really simple, so it's kind of embarrassing. But it took me a while to figure that out, like how to implement it. Because the great thing about formulas is you don't need to understand how they work outside of like what you plug in and what you retrieve. But I had a hard time even working that part out.
Right. Oh yeah, I know. And that, yeah, coding is all kind of about that. Just finding the magical, the black box and sticking it somewhere and hoping that it works.
Then again, I sucked at math at school, so basically I'm teaching myself from square one. So I can kind of somewhat validate like the challenge. Like I guess it's not too bad that it takes me a while to learn because like I don't have any good context. So
yeah, so yeah, my excuse is that I'm lazy, or my brain hurts when I do things. Especially when I
see, Rack's clearly a math guy. He knows what he's talking about.
Oh god, sine, cosine, tangent. Trigonometry is like trigonometry is the thing that bites you in the ass.
I learn things when I need them. As soon as I like when I realize like I need this to solve a problem, I'm able to sit down, I'll buckle down, I'll learn it. But generally I have no idea what I'm talking about until I need to implement something. Which isn't that bad of a thing, you know, but you know, because I'm pretty good at learning things pretty quick when I have to, but I'm just the type of person who can only really learn things well in context, I guess. That's the way to put it.
By the way, I was out of content for discussion like hours ago, by the way.
That's fun.
Let's see. I'm just throwing stuff off the top of my head at this point. So.
Oh yeah, there's like something stupid stuff like in high school when I took programming. I didn't understand using functions a lot because I'm like, well, just fucking put the code there. Why do you need to separate it into a function? And it wasn't until I worked on something complex in Second Life of all places where I was able to go like, oh, okay, I get this. And it like something I struggled with for a long time immediately made sense to me when I was working on a project that like I actually gave a shit about and wasn't just doing busy work.
I think that a lot of these a lot of conceptual problems don't really come into fruition gradually. Like it just takes a certain revelation for things to really click, or that's really general. Well, a lot of programming concepts are annoying in that you can't really just suddenly, you can't really study them over time and pick it all up as much as you just a lot of concepts are like you either get it or you don't, and you gotta kind of bash your head against the wall until you do learn it.
Yeah, you kind of have to know how to generate your like eureka moments. Like I'm kind of decent at that. I kind of know like what I need to do to try and like figure something out and what questions I have to ask. But yeah, it's a pain. Like I said, I'm not naturally good at math at all.
2 plus 2 is
4.
Yay!
I'm a pro.
You're the very best. So
Oh, Facebook Flash game. Is it interesting or is it soul crushing? It's bad.
oh no.
Do you at least take joys in your I don't like mentioning it. Do you at least take joys in solving your problems in finding solutions for them. Like, I had a friend who programmed the AI in Army of Two. Well, like, talk about games like you really can't have any pride in, right? But he said he enjoyed it because he's like, okay, the game sucks, but my problems are interesting. He's like, and that's all that's important. And I thought that was a good way of looking at it to like maintain sanity.
That just makes me realize how much I'd hate being a tester.
Yeah, see, so Rex saying like he likes, he's liking the learning he's doing in the project, even if he doesn't like necessarily the end result.
Right. That's true.
That's good, because like even if you work on dumb shit, any experience is generally a good experience.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're working on something terrible that has no merit at all, you can be like, you'll better understand why it doesn't have merit at the very least.
Mm-hmm. I think the important part is learning to know what you learned in some ways. Like I think you can come out from something like that and feel very burnt out, but at the same time you can kind of walk out of that and say, well, okay, I actually am a better person for it because of such and such, as long as you can find out the how you kind of improved. That's the then you don't kind of feel as soul crushed about it.
Oh, like I said, he's saying he's like merging like 6 different technologies, so he's probably doing like cool Ajax things and learning the Facebook API and
right,
whatever. There's a lot you can learn like working on a Facebook game with just that. And he's probably like, okay, how do I interface with whatever data tracking, like stat tracking we have in the game, and that's a lot of really like hard technical stuff. That's stuff I would have a really hard time with. Like, I am not a I was even right about this stuff. Fortunately, I have a friend who's like a professional programmer who just tells me about everything he's working on, and even though I barely understand it half the time, I benefit from at least like the familiarity.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think is the next big innovation in gaming?
I hate innovation. I don't hate innovation. But I think everybody gets so eager to like think about like 2D games. Like when 3D came out, we threw them under the bus so fucking quickly, and only now are we realizing like, wait, we didn't finish this. We haven't even figured out 2 dimensions yet.
Okay, better question. What do you think is going to be the newest stupid shit in gaming?
That's a good question. Gamification, ARC stuff, augmented reality. Gamifying your shopping.
Oh god,
it's all just going to be gamifying stupid shit.
That is, I think that's already happening. I think we're at the tip of the roller coaster here for that one, really.
Yeah.
And that's going to be that's going to either be tolerable or really fucking terrible.
Yeah, it all depends on where the sticking happens. Like,
in the pink or in the stink.
Kinda. It's like, is it going to end up somewhere where it's like, oh god, they're applying it to all this stuff that's terrible. Oh god, please shoot me. Or is it going to find its natural fits?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I guess that's going to just take the hands.
That's just going to take the luck. Most things generally eventually find their natural fit. It is a question of how much like back and forth rocking motion you have until they fit.
Mm-hmm. Oh man,
I've only started working with arrays because I want to handle my own save systems instead of like relying on pre-built solutions, and it terrifies me because I know like every time like I have to get shit right or else like the whole like array fucks up basically. Like,
no, arrays are just
I'm hurting myself because I'm not just doing array. I'm doing like not even three. I'm doing like arbitrary dimensional arrays
Mm-hmm. Instead of variable length
Seven
arrays.
array. Yeah, like I want to store like stage. Like, well, no, I guess that would only be. No, that would only be a 3D. Yeah, I'm only gonna do a 3D array. I'm using a 3D array to store like stage completion information, and I want to be the guy guiding, like how much time it's taken you to complete a stage, how many times you've died, blah 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 blah. Wait, I could just say that as a two-dimensional array.
Eureka.
Ah, whatever. I'm too tired to remember.
Mm.
Oh no, yeah, no, that's only a two-dimensional array, isn't it? No, if I wanted to include all 4 save files as one file, which I don't want to do, that would have been a three-dimensional array. But then I already decided that, like, no, I want to have them individual files because first I want to rid people corrupting like all their files at once, and I want to be able to transfer certain files around, and blah 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 blah. But yeah, so I'm only dealing with two-dimensional arrays, which is manageable.
Mm.
But the thing that makes it complicated is I'm not necessarily working on just like I'm doing it with like organized arrays where it's like container like object-oriented arrays where I'm declaring like the different parts like for like config info and level stuff and like their objects inside of objects and stuff. You know. And it's both like it's not confusing. I understand how it works, but like there's a lot I can like one little coding error and it can't read like a certain area in the array and the whole thing crashes and I feel like a retard.
That is the lot in life of a programmer. You got to deal with the seg faults as they come.
Yes.
I mean,
It's so much easier because it's really hard to get like seg faults like with game logic in my experience. But like when you're dealing with like reading writing information, it seems way easier for things to go wrong.
oh yeah.
Like most glitches in like the games I work on are just like things exhibiting bizarre behavior. I rarely get a crash because of something, unless I fuck up a loop or something and it loops infinitely, and it's like, dude, what the fuck were you thinking?
well,
It's reading and writing that always fucks me up.
yeah. Picking that. Well, yeah. Handling inputs of really any kind are just that's going to be where your fuck ups are going to be.
I'm glad that I have like systems to store like stage data and stuff. I don't have to write like a file format to like say how each stage is laid out and stuff. Like that would have killed me. I have a friend who had to do all that stuff for his project, and I have no jealousy for the shit he had to deal with. He had to make his own fucking editor and his own file formats. Fuck that. Yeah, even when I go to Unity, I'll be able to do all my animation stuff in Spriter, so I won't have to worry about making an animation system. I'll be able to have my own layouts for each stage. I won't have to worry about that. Should be pretty manageable. Yeah, I'm just doing pseudocoding. Even when I go to Unity, I'll mostly be doing scripting stuff. Is Spriter out yet? No, but I know I'm going to end up using it. I trust the guy making it. Lucid's a pretty good guy. He's helped me with a lot of construct stuff. Product looks really good. So, whatever. I mean, I think it's workable. Yeah, wasn't it from, it was from the Terraform. Yeah, Lucid. He's a brony. Lucid with fucking Rainbow Dash avatars.
My Little Pony.
My Little Pony.
I think the best stuff to come out of the brony phenomenon.
I got it. I've drawn My Little Pony porn. I will share it with all of you.
Okay. Well, I'm not posting it on the fucking
No, put it on the stream.
I'm tempted, but I'm not going to.
Here, look at my totally erotic and amazing artwork. This is great. I love this so much.
Is this? I assume this is not safe for work.
Wait, I gotta find the thing. I posted this, I have a fur affinity account because I have so many furry artist friends, and I mostly So I don't post anything on there because generally I don't like furry stuff. But I'm like, I'm gonna have fun with my account.
This kind of reminds me of like the pint-sized character, fictional character in a comic I read. There's this there's this robot character who's fascinated with porn, and the comic creator created the Twitter account for this guy, for this robot character, and all the character does is post links to the most absurd pornographic imagery you'll ever find. Like, it is the most disgusting stuff. Like, kind of like the shit-covered dick nipples kind of stuff. And have you heard of Paul Anderson? You know, the Pirate Baby Street Cabana 2006 and stuff.
Okay, yes.
And like he would link to some of the more disturbing art that guy's done, which is he's pretty good at making some really disturbing
Speaking
shit.
of disturbing, check out my Fur Affinity avatar. No, I'm not a furry for Superpower Joe. For Joe's, to answer Joe's question, I am just friends with lots of artists who are furries, and I can tolerate looking at furry artwork. Like, and they draw a lot of porn stuff, so
We call it
I
yiffing.
wouldn't be able to look at it. Most of they're not even like hardcore furries. They're just furry. They just do furry artists. Furries pay the bills. If you're a commissioned artist, you better draw furries.
Joe, it's not shit-covered nipples. It's shit-covered dick. No, it's what is it? Shit-covered dick nipples, right?
Though I am really good friends with like the guy who runs Pyoko and gives like web hosting. He ran, what was it, like E6 something? It's like a furry Danbrew.
Oh, I'm sorry, shitting dick nipples.
So I'm like friends with like power furries, and then I just like make fun of them.
If they don't have thick skin at that point, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, well, look at my amazing Rarity avatar. She's so pretty.
The one I loved was that one you posted of the soulless Fluttershy, the one with the dead eyes and
The one that was dancing?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that guy's art is so good. I love him so much. He is my favorite person.
and apologies for all of the people who would possibly watch this and don't like the idea of My Little Pony being tainted, but
Are you gonna post one of the moves?
one of the what?
What are you posting?
Nothing. Oh no, I'm just apologizing for anybody in advance.
Oh,
on
well,
YouTube.
we're clicking these links, yeah.
Or no, just the discussion of how. Oh gosh.
I love it. Like, that picture I posted actually got favorites on Fur Affinity. That's really funny. I was...
Of course, any discussion past 3 is going to turn to pony porn.
You've listened to too much talking. Any conversation I have is going to turn to porn.
Yeah. Is that why you haven't resumed it yet? Is it because?
No, we've just been lazy. I don't know. Now that Paul's back, we might do it again because Paul makes for good discussion. I think we're going to bring back Macaris Must Die. I think I want to do that instead.
That'd be fun.
I think did you watch when I played that game Big Ari sent me? Like, he sent me, what was it, Sentient?
No, I never got it.
Oh my god, it's such an awful PS1 game. It was amazingly bad. I'm totally going to have him play it. It's going to be great. He's going to get so pissed off at it. I just got to get a better camera solution.
Oh, I found out Justin TV does have a mobile app for the iOS, I think.
Oh yeah, no, I've been using that. Oh no, I was on. Oh, okay.
You're on
yeah.
Ustream, and I just want to say, Ustream has the disadvantage of it will randomly intersperse advertisements in your stream, whether you like it or not, and Justin TV does not do that yet. So sure.
Okay, cool. So they finally have a streaming app.
Yeah, I'm very sure I saw this. I'm going to have to look it up at some point, but why don't I do that right now? www.justin.tv.
Yeah, maybe I'll bring Macaris Must Die back on next Monday.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Go.
perfectly.
more streaming options. So yeah, you can go if you. I don't know where this is. Yeah, apparently it's what is it? It's available for the iPhone and Android. I'm just gonna link it. Um, and
Nice.
and it tells you that you can do. Yeah, the iTunes Store has the app apparently. Search for Justin.tv on your mobile device, and it will do stuff.
Drawing pixel tentacles. Oh no. I have not actually done any pixel pornography. How disappointing.
Well, you have Custer's Revenge for that.
I fucking love Custer. No, Night on the Town's my favorite Atari board game.
That there's multiple alone is the best part.
Yeah. Oh my god. Night on the Town's hilarious. Like you fall off the bridge, and an alligator that looks like a duck raises from the ground and bites off your penis. And then your smiley face turns into a frowny face. There's just so much detail there that I die every time I see it.
Oh my. I'm going to have an interesting time naming the time segments of this of the YouTube video for this.
And this is where Kayin mumbles about dicks for 10 minutes.
Shitting dick nipples. Always, all day, every day.
Where did they get all that shit?
Well, that just leads to.
Why is there so much shit in these dick nipples?
Well,
I don't understand.
Well, two words that easily explain that: anal sex.
No, that's not how that anal sex works.
They poop.
You're just pumping it back like
They go in it. They poop into the dick, and then the dick poops it
Oh,
out.
I guess. Yeah, but that's just a shitting dick. That's not a shitting dick nipple.
Well, no. The nipple itself is a dick.
Oh, okay. I get it. They're boob fucking.
There's
asshole.
pictures of this if you want a diagram.
I totally believe it. I'm actually sure I've seen that before, but forgot.
God, I don't want to Google it.
Because now I'm just like, oh, obviously.
I'd rather not Google it.
Oh, amputation. Amputation's great. No, Biken's my waifu.
Oh God, Biken. Yeah, Biken's awesome.
I want to lick her stump. Which is funny because I don't think that's the first time I've said that on the internet. I've probably said that on Too Much Talking like 30 million times. There's just something wonderful about wonderfully gross about the statement, like, I want to lick her stump.
Plus the additional slurping sound afterwards.
I'm just gonna inhale it. Pop quiz, MSX versus C64. Well, like, C64 is probably on average better. It's hard to.
I'm not familiar with either of them enough to make a valid judgment.
Like the MSX2 is really nice, but the original MSX is kind of like whatever. I think I'm bad with my old PC stuff.
Ooh, I got one. Quake 3 Arena versus Unreal Tournament.
Quake 3 Arena.
Oh, well, fuck you.
Which one still played at tournaments?
Oh, fine. I still prefer Unreal Tournament, though.
Unreal Tournament's kind of fun, but, I don't know. I look for legitimacy in the games I play.
Well,
The fact that, like, Unreal doesn't have the same amount of, the same scene makes me more suspicious. I don't know, but, yeah, I just went Black Cannon.
Honestly, if I was guessing why there's less of a scene, it's probably because its community got splitted between 3 games, basically.
That could be true.
Technically 4 because 2003, but that really didn't do anything. But
Besides, everybody just gets Unreal Tournament to play mods. Well, not so much anymore. That's kind of
no, they still do that. Well, kind of.
Yeah, but now most mods get released like some other way.
Well, now there's UDK, so
right.
Yeah.
But oh my god, like when I was playing, like what was it? There's like a game with like airships where it took like 3 guys to man it.
It's the air balloon mod or something, right?
Yeah, that thing was so awesome. And I think they've tried to make it into like a more legit game now, but I don't remember.
The amount of that's easily my favorite part of those games was the modding scene. The modding scene for that game was for those series was absurd. Um, I think it probably even crazier than the Half-Life scene was at certain points. And
Oh yeah, I was a big fan of Red Orchestra back in the day.
oh yeah,
I haven't played any of their actual new game, like the games they've actually released, but at the time,
then I liked Alien Swarm a lot when it was 2K4, and I still like it in its current iteration. Um, I don't know. I like the
oh hey, there's an ambulance at my neighbor's house again. I wonder why that keeps happening.
they like him spiked.
I guess. Man, like does one have like seizures or something?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really talk to my neighbors, so I have no idea. But my dogs are freaking out. Hold on, let me go grab my dog so he shuts up.
Okay. So yeah, I'd have no idea what's going on ever. Wait, what? What about Ninja Gaiden? I will talk about Ninja Gaiden more if you want me to. I forgot where we were with the Ninja Gaiden stuff. Um. Okay, I don't remember that. Who wanted you? Who? When was this? I will play it if. Which one though? I sincerely prefer Ninja Gaiden Black. I know, opposed to the NES games. Because I love that combo style gameplay. And for that matter, I'll just play fucking Bayonetta. Oh, fuck you. I want to play the Bayonetta now. So, apparently I was asked to play Ninja Gaiden on the NES, and I don't know when this was.
I can't take Ninja Gaiden.
Really?
Ah, it's so greasy. And like Ninja Gaiden 2 generally feels a lot better, but then like you get to the win stage really early on,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like so dumb. It's like it's not that it's hard; it's just like totally not fun at all. So, like anytime where I have to I have to wait around for the wind to blow in the right direction. It's like, oh, this is so boring. I could be playing a game while I'm waiting to play this game. I hate it so much.
I will say I really, really liked the Xbox Ninja Gaiden.
I never got around to playing that.
It's good.
I think I would probably enjoy them. I mean, I like those sort of hard beat 'em up games.
It's almost as intricate, possibly as I mean, it's basically a precursor to Bayonetta for as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's.
Um, incredibly detailed combat style. I don't know if it's just like a beat 'em up, like it's kind of weird calling Devil May Cry a beat 'em up to me because
Shoot 'em up, shoot and sort 'em up.
I don't know. It's but
I hear the problem with Ninja Gaiden is it all just comes to spamming Izuna drops.
in the 360 in the Xbox game or the
No, you Izuna drop people on the NES.
oh
No, I'm totally Izuna drop people on the NES. That would be amazing
what?
to be able to Izuna drop somebody in an NES game. I should make a hipster indie game that's just called Izuna Drop that has nothing to do with anything but Izuna dropping people.
And it would win the IGF award.
I'm trying to think about sort of gameplay that would evolve. Just make a game, just a short, like, arcadey game that is not, where all you do is Izuna drop
No,
people.
you have a puppy, and it says click on the puppy, and your guy walks up to it and grabs it, and Izuna drops it, and it says you win at the end. And
My friend's making a beat 'em up game that has a dog that can Izuna drop you, and then it has a P laser. And it also burrows underground. Its name is also Barkley. It has a neckerchief. He is my favorite character in the game.
I'm blown away. Well, I gotta say, unfortunately, that I realized as you were away that I do have to get up at latest 9 o'clock today.
Oh, you fool!
I may need some sleep soon.
All right,
But
I need to take a shower and stuff anyway. So
yeah. Thank you so much for staying and chatting. This has been a treat, and
not a problem.
And I hope that we get the chance to do it again at some points, and maybe I'll come up with some interesting things that can be discussed, and we don't run out of topic space. I honestly don't expect this to go on for 5 hours.
I'm really chatty.
No, that's a great thing because this is interesting stuff. I think of some people, it might not be interesting YouTube. Might not be interesting video footage though. Most of it's just Fluttershy with a Metroid on her head, sucking the life out of her.
People still listen to stuff like that.
People dig that. Let's see. I'm just on to wrap it up. Yeah, Kayin Masaki. Kayin. Sorry. Yeah. As is interesting stuff has been discussed. Visit his site at kayin.pyoko.org.
Read my blog post.
Read his blog post. Yell at him. Tell him to make Brave Earth or something. I don't know. Ask stupid questions and make him angry. And
I am generally very responsive.
he is very responsive. He will answer shit you would be surprised at. So, I mean,
Like, why are you taking my stupid questions seriously? Don't you have something better to do with your time?
and the answer is
No.
yeah.
No, the answer is yes, but that doesn't stop me.
That's yes.
The real answer is the sad one.
And like I said, I'll put this on YouTube. I guess I'll probably try to edit something around it, though. I don't know. Oh wait, I can't because it's being saved on Twitch. So.
Bump.
Yes, and I get this, and yeah, that's about it. So thank you to everyone who watched and is watching, and have a good night.
Good night, people.
I'm going to turn off stream now.